Good morning, students. It is chapter real number, exercise 1.3, question number 1. Written, prove that root over 5 is irrational number. We have to prove this one, root over 5 is an irrational number. So, first of all, we have just assumed that let root over 5 be rational number. So it should be expressible in the form of p by q, where q not equal to 0, such that there should not be any common factor between p and q. That means we have to prove actually this one is irrational number, but first of all we have to assume this one is a rational number. Okay. If it is rational, suppose if it is rational, then it can be expressible in p by q form, and there should not be any common factor between p and q. That means between p and q there should not be any common factor. But if we can prove yes, there is a common factor between p and q, that means our assumption is wrong. Our assumption is wrong means what? What is the correct one? It is not a rational, it is irrational. That is the logic. So first of all we have declared let root over 5 be rational, so it should be expressible in p by q form, where q not equal to 0, such that there should not be any common factor between p and q. On the basis of our assumption, we have considered root over 5 equal p by q. So now we have to prove there will be one common factor. There will be one common factor. It is our target. We have to prove common factor is there. But our assumption is what? According to rational number, there should not be any common factor. माने रेशनल नंबर अगर है तो p और q का बीच में एक्चुअली कॉमन फैक्टर होना नहीं चाहिए, लेकिन हम लोग प्रूफ करेंगे कि इसमें कॉमन फैक्टर है. अगर इसमें कॉमन फैक्टर है तो ये रेशनल नहीं होगा, तो क्या होगा? इरेशनल होगा. तो on the basis of this assumption we have written root over 5 equal to p by q, squaring both sides. Then square root over will be cancelled, 5 equal to p square by q square. So now q square you shift to left side, then q square multiply with 5, then 5 into q square equal to p square. From this statement it is clear that 5 into q square equal to p square. That means 5 and q square both are the factor of p square. If both are the factor of p square, that means we can say that p square is divisible by 5. P square is divisible by 5. So we can write p square is divisible by 5. If it is divisible means what? It is divisible and it is a factor. From here it is already clear, 5 into q square equal to p square. That means 5 and q square both are the factor of p square. So we can write p square is divisible by 5. If p square is divisible by 5, then we can write p is also divisible by 5. Okay, if p square is divisible by 5 means we can write p is also divisible by 5. Suppose tan square is divisible by 5, so we can write tan also divisible by 5. This concept. So we are applying this, then we are getting statement number 2, and this one gives statement number 1. So now getting p is also divisible by 5. Our next target is what? Q also divisible by 5. If we can prove p and q both are divisible by 5, that means 5 is the common factor between p and q. P and q. It is our target. So on the basis of this statement, here is written p is also divisible by 5 means if you divide p by 5, there will be some quotient. It is, suppose we are assuming, that is m. So 5 into m equal to p, there is 0, because there is written divisible. Means what? 5 is the factor. If 5 is the factor, then in the divide that remainder will be 0. And there is another integer which is quotient, that is we are declaring m. So we can write p equal to, by the division algorithm, p equal to 5 into m we can write. So p equal to 5 into m, just we have assumed that one, let p equal to 5 into m. On the basis of this statement we can write p equal to 5m, where m is some positive integer as quotient. Okay. Now there is written p square equal to 5q square. Our next target is what? Q is divisible by 5. It is our next target. So there is written p square. That means p square we have to replace by 5q square. So we are squaring both sides. P square equal to 5m whole square. So in the place of p square we can write 5q square. So we have written 5q square equal to 25 m square. 5q square equal to 25 m square. So 25 m square by 5. 25 m square by 5. So cut you will get 5 m square, q square equal to 5 m square. So from this statement again it is clear that q square is equal to 5 into m square. Means what? 5 and m square both are the factor of q square. If both are the factor of q square, then q square is divisible by this factor 5. So we can write from this statement, we can write q square is divisible by 5. Then we can write q is also divisible by 5. Same concept here written. Suppose 10 square is divisible by 5. So 10 also divisible by 5. This concept wise you can write what q square is divisible by 5. So q is also divisible by 5. So in the statement number 5, 5 can divide q. In the statement number 2, 5 can divide p. Means what? P and q both are divisible by 5. Means 5 is the common factor and common divisor between p and q. 5 is here is 5 actually. 5 is the common divisor and common factor of p and q. Common divisor and common factor. Here you write common factor. Common divisor and common factor of what? P and q. But what is our assumption? Our assumption is what? There should not be any common factor between p and q. p and q का बीच में एक्चुअली कॉमन फैक्टर होना नहीं चाहिए था, जो हम लोगों ने एज्यूम किया था, लेकिन हम लोगों को प्रूफ के हिसाब से मिला है कि हाँ इसमें तो कॉमन फैक्टर है. दैट मींस व्हाट? आवर assumption is wrong. जो हम लोगों ने एज्यूम किया था वो रॉन्ग किया, तो करेक्ट किया. सो आवर assumption is wrong. On the basis of this we can say that our assumption is wrong. Whatever things we have assumed here, that one is wrong. And what is correct? Root over 5 is not a rational number. Then full stop give, then actually it is irrational number. So next question number 2, same exercise, prove that it is little bit different. You see 3 plus 2 root over 5 is irrational number. So it is another types of format. You see, according to this format you can prove root over 2 is an irrational number, root over 3 is an irrational number, 2 root 2 is an irrational number, 2 root 3 is an irrational number. These things you can prove very nicely according to this format. So now you see this one written, prove that 3 plus 2 root 5 is irrational number. Let same to same. Let first of all we will say this one rational, just to assume this one is rational, and finally we will prove that one what? It is irrational number. That means we have to prove it is not a rational. Finally we have to prove it is not a rational number. 3 plus 2 root 5 is rational, so it should be expressible in p by q form, where q not equal to, we have to write q not equal to 0. Okay, so on the basis of our assumption we can write what? That is, means what is the meaning of this sentence? Mathematically you can write 3 plus 2 root over 5 is equal to p by q. So just to shift, one thing you see here written such that there should not be any common factor between p and q. This one no need to write here. It is another format wise you can do. So where q not equal to 0, just to write it is expressible in p by q form. So that way we have written 3 plus 2 root 5 equal to p by q, and 3 you shift to right side. After that you take LCM. After taking LCM what? P minus 3q by q. Now see 2 into root over 5. 2 you shift to right side. So 2 into root over 5 equal to this part. If you think this one, 2 into root 5, these two are the factor of this part. So we can shift 2 to right side. Then 2 will divide right side value. So p minus 3q by twice q. After that you do the partial fraction. P by twice q minus 3q by twice q. So q cancel. Then from here you see this part you see like this you can write, implies root over 5 equal 1 by 2 into p by q. P into 1 p, 2 into q twice q, minus 3 by 2. Now written next line, there is written this one rational. Why written rational? First of all you check this one 1 by 2. Just to divide and check. Actually this one is directly you can say that this one is what? It has a terminating decimal expansion. 3 by 2 also has a terminating decimal expansion. Numbers which are having terminating decimal expansion are rational. This one rational, this one rational, this one also rational, means what? As a whole, this one is rational. So root 5 equal to, we are getting rational. But this one we are getting on the basis of our assumption. On the basis of our assumption we are getting what? Root over 5 is rational. जो हम लोगों ने assume किया उसके basis से मुझे root over 5 rational मिला. But in mathematics there is written root over 5 is actually irrational. So what written there? It contradicts the original fact that root over 5 is irrational number. मैथमेटिक्स बोलता है कि रूट ओवर 5 इरेशनल है, तो इस स्टेटमेंट को ये क्या कर रहा है? ओपोज कर रहा है। ओपोज कर रहा है। ओपोज माने नहीं मानना, जो ओरिजिनल रूल्स है उसको माने उसको नहीं मानना। समझ में आया? टू ओपोज। सो रूट ओवर 5 rational, this statement is contradict means to oppose. It contradicts the original fact that root over 5 is irrational. So if root over 5 irrational, that means if it is opposing the original fact root over 5 irrational, that means our assumption is wrong. So written our assumption is wrong. Then what is correct? 3 plus 2 root 5 is irrational number, hence true. That's all. This way you have to solve rest of the problem. One more thing you see, according to this format you can solve this type of problem. 2 plus suppose root 3, 3 plus root over 5, like this. 2 plus root 5. These things you can prove as irrational number.